Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Yeah, buddy, that's right. Get exposure right now. Holler at the homie Paul Mash, man, for Paul Mash TV. Hit up Paul Mash TV across all social media sites, alright? Who we got next? Got next.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. We're glad that you could join us today. And we've had kind of a 4-week dry spell there, and we apologize about that. But we're back now with a brand new interview, and I'm sure you'll enjoy that. But before we get into that, as always, if you'd like to be on the show, or if you'd like to send us fan mail, there are several ways you can do that. Just go to facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. Feel free to like the page, comment on the interview. You can even send us an inbox. We'd love to hear from you. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell, and you'll get the latest info whenever it becomes available. And you can even comment on the comment section below. And also, there's good old-fashioned email. Just email us at paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And you can use that just for fan mail as well as band and solo artist information. And we'd love to hear from you there. And we can recap some of that for you at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. And we hope to hear from you then. Right now, from Louisville, Kentucky, we have the Imperial Real Rell, a very talented hip-hop artist in its own right. And I think you're really going to like this interview. But before we get started on that, let's have a quick word from Click Jam. Don't go away.
Click Jam all around the world.
One thing I can't do is disappoint my fans. All the people around the world come and join the band. I said I'm happy as I ever been. When all the music comes together and it starts to blend.
All around the world.
All over the globe.
Well, hello there, everybody. It's time for interview time. And with us from Louisville, Kentucky, we have the Imperial Real Rell. Thanks for joining us.
Man, pleasure for you to be able to start over.
Yeah, yeah, I know that's right.
You caught me off guard on that, man.
Yeah, yeah, and of course it's been taking a while to get him on the show, but we finally got him, I guess. So we're glad that you're here. One of the first questions I like to ask all my guests, everybody has their own story. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how it began for you as far as being a musician? I mean, have you always been interested in music? Did you just kind of fall into it? Maybe you can tell me your own story, though.
Well, growing up in Richmond, Virginia, man, I had a lot of family members that were in music. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that every one of my family members did, and they just, it kind of like stuck with me. I've always been interested in music. Most of my family has a gospel background, and then I have a couple of cousins who actually do rap music. And but I really got actually truly interested in it when my grandmother bought me a karaoke machine when I was maybe 12, 13 years old. And from that moment on, it's been full steam ahead with this music thing.
Okay, well, that's a pretty good story. I mean, I don't know how many people out there actually like karaoke, but I know some do like it, some don't. But I think that's a good way to practice, in my opinion. So I'm glad that you're here today doing your music and making people happy, and I guess that's what's important, I guess. Why don't you tell me a little bit about some of your influences? I mean, everybody has a lot, some influences. Maybe some people only have a little bit, but maybe you can tell me about some of yours.
I mean, of course, in my opinion, Tupac was the greatest rapper that ever touch a microphone. You know, he was the greatest MC ever for his versatility, and the way he connect with the people was something that I found to be very interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because he resonated with people all across the world, no matter what kind of music it was. He was there, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, Biggie, you know, he was one of my influences. Then there was Nas, there was Jay-Z. It was a nice amount of people, you know what I'm saying? Master P, for one, you know, was one of my influences with this music thing as far as the business side. And, of course, you know what I'm saying? You got to pay homage to the GOATs like Berry Gordy and, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Russell Simmons himself. Then you got guys like P. Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Sean Combs, who's a mogul and a very respected man in his own right. And Jay-Z really took it from Jay-Z. When I speak of him, I say he was an artist turned businessman, but he was a businessman to begin with who took rap, his hobby, and made it his business, and now he's a billionaire. So I respect guys like that really put their all into their craft and make the best of it.
Yeah, and the first artist you meant, Tupac, I mean, it's usually the oldies but the goodies that stand out, and I can understand why so many people were influenced by Tupac. He was a good one.
Most definitely.
Well, let's talk about, as far as your music goes, what kind of albums do you have, and where can you get it? I mean, is it only digital, or can you get some physical copies of your music?
Yeah, I have hard copies available. If people want them, they can find me on any social media at Imperial Real Rell, any social media. That's my name. You can find me there if you want hard copies, but digitally, they're also available everywhere, you know, wherever it's streamed, you know. And as far as my music, if I had to categorize it, I would say it would be music for the people, basically. You know what I'm saying? I write for the everyday human being who's going through the struggle, or who may be trying to get through some problem, or may just want to have a good time, may just want to be at that point where, okay, this person's getting on my nerves, so I'm ready to spaz out. You know, any kind of music you need for any kind of mood that you're in is the way that I make my music.
Okay, well, that's good to know that there's several ways you get your music. And as far as your music goes, another question I have for you, we're getting ready to watch a music video from you in just a moment here or two. Why don't you tell me the name of the song, and let's hear a story behind it if there is any.
Well, the song that you're about to listen to is No Flex from my latest album, Love, Sex, Drugs, and Controversy, which is sold digitally everywhere. And again, I have hard copies if someone wants them. Well, what happened is the homie Full Spin from out of Milwaukee, he connected me with a young lady named Lucy Lou, who I had been following on social media for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like following her career. And I realized that, you know what I'm saying, she was a perfect fit for the song. So I reached out to him, seeing as that's his little sister. And the homie made it happen, and we connected on the song. And as you can see from watching the video, the chemistry and the vibe on the song all together was a perfect match.
Yeah, and of course, everybody knows who Lucy Liu is. Yeah, she's a pretty good actress. So she's a pretty good actress, but this Lucy Liu is a pretty good rapper. It's two totally different people. So this is a different Lucy Liu then. Okay.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I guess
this is the queen of Milwaukee, Lucy Liu, right here.
All
two
right.
Totally different people, my man.
Well, I guess I appreciate you straightening me out on that. I was getting ready to think it was that actress, I guess.
No.
But yeah, I think that's all we really need for now. And we'd love to have you back sometime. So just let me know. Maybe we'll have you back in the future if you have anything new to plug.
Man, that's fine with me, man. It's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready to have me back, just let me know, and I'm willing to come back, you know.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and watch that song from the Imperial Real Rell right here on Paul Mash TV. Don't go back.
No flex, I done dropped a couple bands on it, brand new Rolex. I can pop a couple bands on you, girl, you know that. When she get the poppin', I like way to go. We gon' get it poppin' on the radio. radio turned on, now it's going down. Double shot of Henny, I'm gon' drown. Back it up, no slowing down. Where you say my name is going down.
Ain't no party like a black law party, cause a black law party don't quit. Everybody turned up, double shot in my cup, sing like my loud, yeah, nigga lit as fuck. You know we be acting up, grown up mama bag it up, my sauce game more spectacular, party to the sunrise like Dracula, that ass on you immaculate, that outfit girl you rockin' it, this the song of the year, tell me when you know topping it, drip on brick flap, peep the rolling on the wrist, yellow diamonds, green diamonds, that's a lemon lime twist, order up another round, pulling up until we drown, all smiles everywhere, cause tonight is going down, now.
No flex, I done dropped a couple bands on it, brand new Rolex. I can pop a couple bands on you, girl, you know that. When she get the poppin', I'm like, way to go. We gon' get it poppin' on the radio. Turned on, now it's going down. Double shot of Henny, I'm gon' drown. Back it up, no slowing down. Where you say my name is going down.
No flex, I'ma put it on you, baby boy. Yeah, you know that. Drop a couple bands on me, baby, I deserve that. The way I move is fast, just say way to go. Tell me don't move it too fast, baby, take it slow. Tonight, boy, you know what's going down. You wanna fuck with me, then do it now. I'm wetter than the sea, you might drown. Have you going crazy, tap it now. When I bag it up, you gon' throw cash, I'ma rack it up. Double shots to Henny, got me wildin', now I'm acting up. The way them diamonds dancing, say you like the way I move with it. Are you sure that you know what to do with it?
No flex, I done dropped a couple bands on it, brand new Rolex. I can pop a couple bands on you, girl, you know that. When she get the poppin', I'm